If you have just tuned in to Bush Radio 89.5 FM, it is time for us to kick off our first interview for the day. So I'm super excited to announce that we have the Kusasa Letu, there we go, group, which is joining us in studio today. They are, of course, a black-owned non-profit organization which was formed in April 2016. And yeah, they're basically going to be speaking a little bit more about, the event that they have happening. And I think it's in Khayelitsha, if I'm correct. Cool. So we're going to be getting into it. I'll give them a moment to introduce themselves and also just tell the listener a little bit more about what you do. I hope that's fine in the organization. So who would like to start?
Okay, let me start. My name is Kaya from Kusasa Letu Group, from the Hearts of Khayelitsha. Inside, to be specific, I'm going to hand over to my good friend.
Good morning, all. First to you guys and also the viewers listening at home. My name is Ubungani Makeleni. I'm also the co-founder of Kusasa Letu Group. As you said, Kusasa Letu Group is a non-profit organization that was formed in April 2016. The reason behind that is we saw a young boy going to school carrying school books with a checkers bag. We thought to ourselves, so what can we do to make a difference in the child's life? Because we could see that he is willing to learn. He wants to go to school and better his tomorrow. We decided to open up the foundation. We currently have 5 projects running at the moment. Our first project is called the Bag of Hope, whereby we donate school shoes, school bags, stationery to underprivileged children in communities in Western Cape and in Eastern Cape. Our second one is the I Buy Pads program, whereby we donate sanitary towels to females because when it's that time of the month, some of them, they don't go to school because they don't have access to sanitary towels. We ask ourselves today, why is the high unemployment rate? Why is there a lot of teenage pregnancy? It's because they look to other people to fund them and they end up in doing things that are not supposed to do. Our third program, it is the Ithemba Lethu program, whereby we donate to shelters, to the kids that are abandoned, the kids that are placed in shelters. We give them semi-formal clothing, hampers and so forth to give them that hope. The fourth one is Kusasa Letu Kitchen. It's our some sort of whereby we make money for these programs. We host tourists, we show them around Khayelitsha and prepare them an African meal. All the proceeds goes to fund these projects. The project that we are here for today, it is the Diaries event. This event is aimed at fathers and their children looking to nurture a loving, caring, and fun relationship through transformational dialogue. We call fathers and children to come together while children are playing, playing jumping castles. We've got educational games for them. We as fathers, we sit around at a round table discussions and empower ourselves. So what is it like to be a father? What wrongs are we doing? How can we improve fatherhood? Because there's a stat whereby it says about 43.1% of young children are living without their fathers. Now, what could be that the children are abandoned?
The cause of it.
Is the cause?
And I think that was just going to tie in with me asking also why it is aimed at fathers also, because I think a lot of people would be like, no, it could be like biased. It's only for like fathers, dads, or anything like that. So what are some of the things you have in place just to like curb that stereotype? It's only for like dads. What if there's a parent perhaps playing the role of both? That isn't necessarily a dad. How does that work?
No, look, we always have these discussions. For example, let's say you find that on Father's Day, someone will say, "Look, I dedicate to my mother for being a father." You see? Look, when it comes to us, we strictly want to stick with the fathers. Remember that most of us think that fathering will be putting money. See, putting money, material things. So now we want to move away from that.
Okay.
Now we want to go to the core of being a father. What is it that a father must do? What is it what is the real role of being a father? We see young guys out there. They're violent. See, we try to fight that. Look, sometimes you can war a battle without being violent. See, and we need more fathers out there that will that will realize, look, it's big. As the Bible says that as fathers, we are the head. Now, let's look at this. A empty head can never take the body anywhere positive because it's empty.
Yeah.
So now we're trying to fill those gaps that are out there, trying to educate our core, because being a father, it's where the core is. Yeah. It's where the vision is. Because the Bible says the fathers are the visionaries. So now we want to plant and water that seed. That look, it's more than money. It's got to do with you being involved.
Yeah.
You need to be there, and you need to make sure that you lead, because as a father, you are the lead. You are the leader. So now it means, you have to play that role of being a leader, regardless of money, regardless of what position you are at that time. You might be unemployed, but there's it doesn't stop you being the leader as well. So we want to push that.
There we go. They want to push it. That's what it is. Reese, do you have anything to ask just before I go ahead?
I have a personal question when it comes. I have a personal question when it comes to being a father, because like when it comes when people think about, okay, you are a father now you have to teach your son, specifically your son, okay, you have to be tough, and you have to and you have to have like a firm structure within yourself, and some fathers are taking it a bit extreme where it comes to like saying, okay, you are a man and you mustn't like show any emotions and things like that. I just want to know, what is your take on that, like in terms of that, because when they say if you show too much emotion as a man, then that makes you weak. I just want to know, what is your perception on this?
Sure. One of the reasons we did this project, firstly, it's very close to us in a sense that I, for example, I grew up with a single parent, and that was my mother. And I found fatherhood on the streets. And what you learn on the streets, it's something totally different of what a father should be. You end up doing so lots of things because you are hearing from this person and this person. And also, this platform is for us to be vulnerable, to speak, because we go through the same challenges, but we as men, naturally, we don't speak out. We keep things inside. All of a sudden, we burst. That is why today we see there's so many high numbers in terms of gender-based violence. We don't know what's the core, what makes it, but we think that also this platform whereby we say to fathers, come around, let's share our challenges. It may happen that you've went through something that I am going through right now, and you have assistance. So by us coming together, spending time with our children, speaking the challenges, getting ideas, and go out there and be better fathers, because at the end of the day, there is a generation that is coming looking up to us, so we want to close that gap, and also let it be known that we are humans. We can be emotional. We're creating a platform for guys to come together and speak out and feel good about themselves, because the Bible says the righteous one may fall 7 times, but he will wake up again. He will get up again. So we're trying to say to fathers, come together, let us share our challenges and get up and being better fathers, and lead our communities, our organizations that we have, our all the places that we need. We need fathers that are strong, fathers that can be emotionally, because it's a side that we also have. We have to also open up and be stronger.
Let me just add on what Bongani said. Look, remember the other thing that we are facing as the community. There's that line that says, you are so and so, you are stronger. In so and so we don't cry. In so and so we don't crack. And sometimes as men, we take that into another level, whereby that it's you can react by talking, but you choose to react by being violent. just because there is those few lines that always ring at the back of your mind that look, I'm coming from this family whereby I was told that I cannot crack, I cannot back down, you see, and we get ourselves into trouble whereby it was unnecessary sometimes, you see, to react the way that we react. So now we're trying to look at different perspective when it comes to look, how do we react as fathers? How do we raise our kids? Because now we cannot compare the 90s and the 80s fathering like now to the new fathering that we see out there.
Yeah.
Now it's more like being involved and being there for your kids and make sure that you pave a correct way in raising your kids, educationally, community-wise, school-wise, sports-wise, all of that.
And I think also touching on that, what are some of the topics that you hope to tackle when it comes to speaking to those fathers? As you mentioned, you're all going to sit down, you're going to have a very, grown-up, chilled, stripped-down talk.
Yeah.
What are some of the things you are hoping to tackle?
I think the first question that we need to ask ourselves as fathers, what is fathering? We need to understand that first. What is fathering? And once we break that down, it gives us now a clear understanding. You see, and then from there, it's where now we share my way, your fathering, Bongani's way, the other one's way, and then collectively with that, we come up with a common way of taking this fathering to the next level.
Yeah, and also without giving away, we do have some set of topics that are there.
Yeah.
We obviously can't give away now because it will take away the fun of it.
Yeah.
We want to keep people interested and come and listen and be part of the conversations. General ones, as Kaya just said, gender-based violence is sky high in South Africa at the moment. Criminal activities that are done by men is high at the moment. So we want people to be active fathers. We need to know how can we do it, obviously with the topics that we've prepared for the day, and try to break down things. And of course, when you are in a conversation, it leads to others. But we have prepared topics for the day that we will be sharing with the team.
Okay, cool. And also, I think what people are really interested in is, once again, where it's happening, what time it's happening. And as you mentioned, you don't want to give too much away because you do want people to attend and also, just enjoy the day with you as well. But I think give just a little bit more details about the event.
Okay, the event, it's happening on 1st April. As we know that 1st April, it's the April Fool's Day, but this one is not. It's not. It's real.
Yeah.
It's happening in the hearts of Khayelitsha, where Kusaletu is coming from. Sites in Khayelitsha. There's a secondary school there called Intlanganiso Secondary School. Reason why we're doing that in at the event in Khayelitsha, because it's child friendly. There's a nice field whereby kids they can enjoy activities. So we'll have some jumping castles, some nice activities for the kids, so that we get to know our kids in terms of sport, in terms of thinking. Are they sharp enough? You see, all of that. So the event it starts at 10 o'clock up until 3 p.m. in the afternoon. There's a lot that one can take away. And the other thing, the first 15 fathers will receive a Bible. The first 15 fathers will receive a Bible from Kusasa Letu. Yeah, I'm not sure if Mongani want to add anything.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, as Kat just said. We'll be having jumping castles, face painting, dancing, sporting activities. We'll be having clinic activities, mini cricket, soccer, and netball and so forth, for the kids to play out and enjoy themselves, while the fathers will be having the
discussion.
Discussion. Yes, we encourage everyone to come and support this initiative. It's a small fee of 200 rands. One father can bring up to 2 children. Up to 3 children. There's food catered for the children, and when they leave, they'll have patty packets as a giveaway. Also, we will throw a surprise, but I don't wanna
once again not giving it all away
for the kids. Yeah, for 200 rands, you can bring up to 3 children as one father. You might have one kid, but maybe your auntie or your brother. You can bring all 3 for as little as 200 rands, and all the proceeds of this initiative, they go back to the group to do other projects as well. So please come out on the 1st of April in Side C in Tlanganiso Secondary School with your children, and yes, let us build one another.
There we go.
Share the numbers, all that. It's on the post.
Should there be any queries, or you want more information, you can contact the following number. It is 062 760 8701.
There we go.
Yeah.
One more time? Just one more time?
Yes. 062 760 8701.
There we go. So just before I let you go, do you have any words of motivation for anybody out there? This is something that we ask all of our guests that come through, just to inspire, the next person.
Okay. I once read a book. Tom Peters once said, unless you walk into the unknown, the odds of making a profound difference in your life are pretty low. This one is basically for a young guy who is still coming up, who does not have a child yet. I would say to you, wait for the right moment. If someone had told me 15 years ago to not have children and wait till I get married, I would have taken that. Take it from me, I know. I've went through some stuff. Life is very long if you do the things right. So always be driven by vision and focus, because we tend to listen to other people. We tend to copy on another person what he's doing, but it's not suitable for you. So we've got our life in our hands. We are in control of ourselves. We must just wait for the right time for us to prosper.
Okay, I think my one, I'll say, be kind. That's all.
There we go. Short and sweet. I'm not going to add anything further. Thank you so much for pulling through, and I hope that the event is a big success.
Thanks so much for